de ton ciel ouvert sur moi. Fais de moi un vase pour ta gloire, et que ma vie te plaise à jamais. Que chaque jour je demeure à tes pieds, pour t'offrir ma vie en sacrifice, comme un parfum de bonne odeur qui s'offre à chaque instant, chaque heure. Tant que tu donnes le chant, je te donne mes louanges, je promets à chaque instant de te chanter avec les anges. Tant qu'il y aura la vie dans ce corps mortel, je ne cesserai pas de t'adorer. Tant que tu donnes un chant, donne mes louanges, non, non, non.
Et à chaque instant
De te
chanter avec
de te chanter.
tant qu'il y aura la vie.
Tant qu'il y aura la vie,
Je ne cesserai pas de
je ne sais. Je dis, t'appartiens. Oh, t'appartiens. La gloire.
Hello everyone, good evening. We are back to our weekly show to True Wellness Connections. Welcome everyone, welcome our viewer. We are so excited to see you again, and thank you so much for following us. You are the reason why we are still, coming up here every Tuesday. And today I'm here with my guest. She has been here a couple times, but I'll let her to introduce herself, and then we can, go to our topic right away.
Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth BRIMOH, and I'm a teacher by profession, and I'm a child of God. I'm happy to be here this evening.
Wow, thank you. Welcome everyone, welcome. You know what, share the link. The reason we're here, it's not that like we got it all, but we also want to learn from you. Please comment, send to us your questions. Even if you want to call, you can call us. Please share the links. For me, I feel this is a very important topic. As a mom of young 2 boys, I really need other people to put some wisdom in me, because the wisdom I have now to bring up these 2 boys might not work for them, but maybe somebody out there has some wisdom, some advice, that I can incorporate with what I have, then will make a great impact on my 2 children. Please share with us what you think about our topic. If you have comments, please, just go ahead. How was your week?
It's going on well.
Okay. So we are just going right away on our topic. Last week it was how to empower our youth males or our boys from young age, educationally, socially, economically, spiritually, and culturally. All these are aspects of holistic care. If you subtract one, there will be something missing somewhere when you're bringing up your child. We're not saying it's not gonna go wrong, but some aspect of things will not be right. So as mothers, we thought, this is very important, because bringing up kids in this country is a little bit different. Not like back home, you can leave your child with a neighbor, can discipline, but here it's a bit different. So today we are just going to finish the part that we have started about education. So last week we did we are kind of back and forth, the problems and some solutions. But today we just want to, there are some questions that our viewers sent to us last week, but we couldn't address. So we are going to address them now, and then also we can have some solutions to the problems why our male youths or our boys, they tend not to go to school. We can tackle about that. If we have time, we are going to move on social. I know this topic is a little bit huge. We are going to take it slowly. Please stay connected, okay? I hope I don't bore you. Okay. There was a question sent to us by one of our favorite viewers. What would you advise these kids in high school who still have no dream of who they want to be in life? Others, they choose career unrealistically, such as they want to be a singer in Hollywood, yet they are not even singing in a choir. So, yeah.
That is a beautiful question. What I will advise the student that doesn't know what to do? Most of the time, the issue is, let me start with this. Right from a younger age, parents will know whether their son will do one thing or the other. So, if you are in grade 11, 12, and you don't know what to do now, that may lead you to wasting 1 or 2 years when you graduate. Now, it's always good, because from kindergarten, if you ask a student that, what do you think you will be in future? He or she will say, I'm going to be a mom, I'm going to be a dad. Now, when they get to grade 4 or 5, they will start changing. Oh, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a teacher. Now, when they get to grade 9, that is when they will realize that, oh, I'm good in physics, but I'm not all that good in biology. So I guess I will lean towards engineering because I'm good in maths too. And apart from that, a parent will be looking at a child that, oh, she's very good in biology. They may suggest a course or one or two to him or her that will help. But by the time the student is weighing, okay, mom said this, dad said this, what did I really want to be? He or she will be in grade 11, 12. By grade 12, most students will know what they want to do. But if they don't know by then, it will make them to either lose 1 or 2 years when they graduate, because they will still be trying to think on what they would like to do. And by then, a lot of time will have been wasted. So when you start from a younger age and you start coaching, asking, parents should be asking their kids, what do you think you will do in future? What do you think you will like to do? Don't impose your own what will I say? Your own opinion then. Don't impose, but you can suggest. Don't force them. Back in Africa, most parents do that. And I've had a lot of stories of students graduating and they will take the certificate and give it to the parent. You said I should go and study dentistry. Okay, this is your certificate. I'm done. I don't like it. I did the course for you and I will go and do mine now. So please don't force any kid to do any course. You can suggest, but don't force. Now, for those that are thinking they are going to be a musician, that is so common nowadays, and it's especially from African youth. They don't want to do any other thing than to sing and dance. And most of them think that the way they are singing in their washroom or in the bathroom when they are having birth is the way Jay-Z or Kanye West is singing. They will miss it a lot. That is not the way Hollywood is. Kanye West, all those big musicians, they have invested so much hours, night, day. They have invested so much. So when you sing so good, when you are having your birth, that doesn't mean you are going to be a musician. And you see them waving their hands and lifting up legs and that. Don't think it's as easy as the way you see it. So don't that you may have hobby. Your hobby may be singing, but you must have something that you want to do with your life. So that is it.
Yeah, for sure, that's true, because when you force the child to take maybe to become a doctor, to become a nurse, or to become a chef, to become a musician, maybe that is not something that they are not gifted.
Yeah.
Then they will work really extra hard, and then they will not be happy with what they're doing, and also like financially. Maybe the child spent already 4 years in college. Maybe the student loan is 40,000 and gives the certificate to you. Then we'll go back to another, to do another degree.
Yeah.
But of course, the credits will be transferred. But the major one he has to take. Maybe again that will add to a different course of student loan. So you know what? Just give a choice to your child. To choose, then guide from there. If they want to do physics, just make sure, just connect them with a lot of physics stuff and all that, just to nurture the natural desire until they like it. If they like to cook, just let them watch the best chef show, so that they can be able to also to cook. I came to realize, because my oldest son likes to cook. Mostly he likes to just sit and watch, and then sometimes I try to put that recipe, like okay, let's try this, and he likes it, and then I was like, although you like cooking, you just have to read. You make sure you read your books, you read your novel, improve your English, because you have to be able to write the recipe.
That's right.
To read what is in the recipe, right? Yeah, you just have to encourage. Yeah, so that is also one thing that you can be able to encourage your son to stay connected with school and all that. And also with this question though, what will you advise the child to do? One thing there is a guy that I listened to his testimony. He was saying after he completed grade 8, he wanted to, the mom wanted to go to high school. They were really poor. So he met the requirements to go to college. And even they went with the mom to buy school supplies and all that, the ties, the uniform and all that. So when he came home, he told the mom, you know what, I don't want to go to high school. So the mom was really heartbroken. She didn't know what to do, So she left the boy alone. But the boy has friends who graduated in high school or they were going to school. So each time his friends would come for vacation, they would talk about physics, math, and all that. Then he felt like, you know what, I have nothing to talk about, right? Each time they are associating with the friends, they always have something to talk fun about school, but he didn't have anything. Then one time he said to himself, that's it, I'm going back to school. Then he told the mother that, you know what, Mom, I'm so sorry, but I want to go back to school. So he went to school. He's a graduate now, he's a singer and all that, you know. Another thing I just want to also say is the influence of your children's friend will play a great role.
That's right.
If the friends could be like also saying, yeah, I'm not going to school, the boy was not going to go to school, right? But because they were all in school, they made that influence in him. So as a mother, we just don't have to tell our kids, oh, that friend is bad, that friend does not go to school, that friend is blah blah. Instead, encourage him or her. Encourage him, because we are dealing with males, sorry. Encourage him to choose friend wisely. And also, if you can talk to the friends' parents, you know, we just want these kids to study and all, not to just play video game, probably will make impact in their life.
That's right.
So this is the advice that I can give. Yeah, that is the answers we can give to the specific question we have. And another question here is, our youths are victims of the system, criminal justice system, especially those who came to Canada at the age of 15 and above. What is your take about this? And the person went to explain further. You know, here in Canada, when you come here, you are 17 or 18, you want to go to school, they will put you to grade 8, right?
Yeah.
Even if not grade 8, grade 12 when you are 18. So sometime our kids come to, you know, to Canada, for example, or to US, wherever, you know, just because by 18 you have to be in high school, right? Then they will put you in that class, then you end up kind of not your level of education, it's not kind of like the same with the kids who study here, right? Then you start losing morale of going to school. You just start thinking, oh, maybe school is not for me and all that. But what do you think? Do you see a lot of these cases with the new kids, new children that come to Canada, being a teacher of grade 12?
Yeah. Most immigrants, their kids are always between, I'm talking about boys now, between 16, 17, 18. And when they come like that, like you said, they are putting them in grade 11 and 12, not everybody in grade 12. So when you see these kids, I cannot call them kids because most of them are men.
Yeah.
They have, you know, the beard and everything. And most of them feel, they feel that there's been injustice for the government or for the school to put them in that grade. Because back in their country, they have passed that grade. They've graduated. But for them to be able to fit in or to get into university easily, they need to go to grade 12. So most of them, number one, they don't like to talk in class. They feel they're always withdrawn. Yeah. Withdrawn. They feel angry. They're not happy at all. So, and that lead, most of the time, it will lead to depression. When they are depressed, it's going to affect their academic. They will start thinking of bad things to do because they are not happy when they are supposed to be studying. They are not studying. So, what we are advice is that, again, back to parents. You need to be on top of that kid. How are you doing in school? Can I see your notebook? Are you finding chemistry easy? Are you finding biology easy? You need to invest because they are just bringing them. You don't even know what they are facing. Yes, you are facing your own too, because you may be looking for job. There may not be any job yet, and you may be busy with job search. But these kids, they should be your number one priority, because they don't have anybody to talk to. So you need to make yourself available for them. Ask them questions. Do you like the school? Do you find it easy? There are some parents that before they buy where they will live, buy their house or their residence, they always look for the type of school around. They always look for school. So if the school is good, they will look for any house around that area that matches their taste again, and they always go for it, because to them school is priority. So if we immigrants, if you don't want to buy any house close to school, try to look for school that have lot of programs, especially for immigrants. There are some schools that immigrants they meet, they form a group, so that they will not feel alone. Oh, are you just coming? Yes, I am. Oh, I'm new too. I came 2 weeks ago. So most of the time, they bond, they make friends easily. But if you are not looking for a school that has a program, and you are just leaving your kids to just fix himself, I don't think that will work out well. So, like she mentioned, criminal justice. Criminal justice is an educational policy. Criminal justice policy is an educational policy, because most of those that are incarcerated, most of them are immigrant kids. And most of them, when they come by age 15 and they cannot even stay in school, they will start going to places that they are not supposed to be. So if they are not engaged with something, then they are going to find something else. If they are not engaged with school courses, school programs, they are going to find something else that will keep them busy. So we really need to invest our time, invest our money. Just look for ways that, yes, they are just coming from Africa. The picture of abroad, or Canada, or these big countries, US, what they talk about in Africa is different from the reality. So when they come and they are shocked that, oh, you need to work for every penny you are spending, then they will be shocked that, wow. So, but when they come and they are introduced, and maybe they attend lectures, they talk about what do's and don'ts, that will help them. So that is very, very important. Without that, the kids will not function well in the community.
Thank you. And that is really important. One thing I like what you say, if the kids are not fully engaged in school, they will engage somewhere with other activities. So you just have to balance it, right?
Yeah.
School and other activities, like also you have to monitor what kind of activities, because they are just brand new. They don't know. Somebody will give them something. Oh, this is just sweet. Have it. You eat, then you become high. Then
That's
before
right.
you know it, it's not good. So we just have to engage with our youth males, and also our boys from the young age, really, to encourage them. You know what, school is something that you need to have. Even if people said in Canada school is not the only thing, But for me, actually, I think school is everything. Let's take this pandemic, honestly, from the beginning of the pandemic, right? At the job, McDonald's, everything was closed down. People lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Like housekeeping or janitor, whatever, those small kind of business house like they do. They were not there. But people who have education, like the teachers, they shifted from classroom to online. So you don't lose anything. You get paid. For the doctors, they were in the office. I'm not saying that be a doctor or anything, but I'm just saying, even for the financial advisors, they do Zoom. Zoom has become like, everything when you have your degree. But you cannot Zoom someone who is a housekeeping, come and clean. How can you do a Zoom while cleaning, right? We need the really thing, right? So here we just have to encourage them, regardless what course you take, business, whatever, no high paid job, as long as you have your degree. One thing I believe is, if you do business and you are really good in it, you will have a job with big offices.
Yes.
As long as you're well disciplined, your grades are good, you are just going to get jobs with these big corporate businesses. So you know what? School is for everybody. It's not for the smart people. No one, actually, all of us, we are smart. But how we use that, we use our mind, right?
Yes.
All of us, we are all smart. God created us from his own image. God wasn't, I'm not trying to say anything stupid, but God is not somebody who is not smart. He's smart. But he created us from his own image.
That's right.
Right? So if he created us from his own image, which means that he also deposited the DNA of smartness in all of us. But it will not be like, okay, you are 100% smart. You will be smart in teaching, but you will not be smart in doing nursing job. I will be smart in nursing job, but I will not be smart in running financial business or selling homes and all those kind of things. God has given us all different kind of skills and jobs. But as long as we get that certificate, God will do the rest. As our time is going really fast, and then there is one question that I want to ask. Is it true that in class, teachers like to favor girls more than the boys? Because some people say, yeah, that teacher favor girls more. Even if I'm smart in maths, I try to work hard, but I don't get the marks I want. Is it true?
It's not true. But let me tell you what is happening. Most of the time, maybe if you spend a day with me, you may know. Teachers generally, on getting to class, let me just choose a day for example, maybe on a Monday morning, girls are quick to respond to anything. You ask questions, they will answer you on time. So do boys. But when you really sit down to weigh it, girls are always, they are smart, they are quick. Boys may know, but they may be reserved. You don't see boys jumping around, oh, I want to take the attendance to the office, I want to do this, I want to do that. If the teacher say, oh, I need someone to go and give this to grade 6 teacher or something, is girls that you will see that will come up and say, oh, I'm ready to go. So boys are somehow reserved. Now, personally, I don't give marks to, maybe because somebody is running around and doing this or that. You need to earn your mark. I'm not sure whether teachers are doing that, but the reason why people always think that teachers, they favor girls more than boys is because most of the time girls are doing things more than boys. Any work you want to do, you want to clean anything, during experiments, girls are there. They are handling this, they are handling that. Now, so do boys, but for boys is like girls ratio, boys will be 10-2. So girls, they earn their marks. If they don't understand something, they tell you, Miss B, I don't understand it. But before you can see boys are coming up gradually. There are some that will tell you, I don't understand it. But some, you need to ask them questions, press it out of them. Do you understand this, Peter? Do you want me to explain it to you again? That is when they will talk. If you don't say that, they will not talk. So just try as a parent at home again to ask your kids questions. Do you understand the topic you are doing? Do you need that? That is why I said last week that parents are the first teacher for their kids.
Nice. Okay. That's awesome. You know, we just have to invest in our parents. I always say, let's invest in our parents so that they don't end up in doing bad things. Of course, you know, we don't know, right? It's just like if we start early, probably that culture of waking up early, that culture of saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to be responsible, I'm going to do my homework, will stick to them.
That's right.
So now, as we explore about the problems affecting boys, now we have some solutions to it. One of it is start early. You know, in kindergarten, right? You send your son to kindergarten or daycare. Actually, they start ABCD right from daycare, drawing and coloring. Probably, even daycare, it feels like you're in school. Every day you go there, you color, you bring all those things at home. Maybe, you know what, even at home you can start implementing that. Get just a piece of paper on your free time instead of watching TV. Just scribble. And then they will pick interest. They'll say, oh, after supper I have something to do. After supper I have this to do, you know. Then that will build confidence in our boys, right? Because if we leave them like that, I have noticed they will just grab the remote and then sit in front of the TV and watch TV until the next day. So which is not good. They will feel that everything is kind of what? Everything is kind of good, but they don't know the harder years ahead, you know. They kind of don't think that way. So another solution is for grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. They assume, oh, just because I'm not doing well in school, school is not for me. So what is your take about that? Or college is not for me. How do you usually advise them? Yeah,
that is so common. You will see boys saying, no, I want to take 2 years off, I want to take 3 years off, I want to take 5 years off. You will hear boys saying things like that. I always tell them, don't say that college is not for you. Don't say that university is not for you. No. If you can graduate grade 12 successfully, you will cope. You will survive at the university. Yeah, it's more demanding. You need to invest your money, time, and you need to give it 100%. But don't assume. Because most of them think so much about how they will cope on getting to university. So, as a teacher, when I see kids like that, I just call them and say, what is going on? You can do it. You survive all this grade 12 with all the tests, exam. You are still standing. So you will cope well at the university. So do parents. Tell your kids, yeah, you are going to university, you will graduate, you are a success. Yes, you are going to be great. Assure them. Don't let them start thinking they cannot survive. They will not be able to survive. They don't know that much. No. You will make it. You will pass excellently well. So, when we assure them, most of the time, what parents say rings so much in the kids' ear. at any point in time. So you need to assure them you are a success, you will excel, you will graduate, you are going to make it. So tell them all those things will do so much positive things in their life.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing is to encourage your child. Encourage.
Yeah.
More especially when applying for university. Encourage your son. Or did you register? Did you call the college to find out what courses what kind of extra help do they have for
Yes.
you? Do you have a mentor or a student there who is taking the same course you're planning to do? Those kind of things will also build confidence in them,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Because they may think, I'm not the only one in that class. There are going to be many, right? So also it's good for you as a parent to step in just to guide them, just not to leave them alone. Oh, now you are 18, it's up to you. If you want to register or you don't want to register, it's up to you. So when you give them that green light, it's up to you, they will just say, oh, if my mom can give up on me, if my dad can give up on
Yeah.
me, what about me? I'm just gonna sit down here and do whatever I want. When I'm comfortable, I'm ready, I'll go back to school. So yeah, that's also another thing that as a parent we have to knock down. And also another suggestion is also, people say you have to take, not people, actually most of these programs are designed for 4 years or 5 years, right? I know for nursing, when I used to do nursing courses, it was very intense. We have to do 30 credits a year.
That's
so first semester you need to have 5 courses regardless, otherwise even they will not allow you to nursing, right? So if you choose a course that you really desire, I think you have a chance to endure, a chance to organize your time,
Yeah.
a chance to say, okay, I have to discipline my time. Even if like I have 15 credits this semester, I need to slow down, maybe
Yeah.
working part-time. I need to slow down or ask my parents if they can pay for my bus fare and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? I know your kids are in university now. How do you?
I always have a chat with them because parents are supposed to be careful again, because they will tell you, Mom, I don't have so much time to talk to you, but I always have asked for 5-10 minutes to talk to them. Most of the time I ask them about the courses they are doing. Are they finding it easy or is it hard? If it's hard, how can I help? What can we do? You want us to buy another book? Will this book help you? Will that book help you? Do you need extra coach, or do you need extra help? Have you been to your counselor in your department? Have you asked for help? Because there are some times that, yes, a student may have interest in biology, but when they start doing the biology, there are some courses that he will not find easy at all. So by asking them questions, do you have interest in it? How are you finding it? If a student is scoring 40, 50, then that student needs to go and see the counselor or the advisor, because he's not finding it, what will I call it, easy at all. So you need to ask them questions, question upon question. Most of the time, when students organize their courses well, they will be able to do summer course, spring and summer courses. And when they do that, they save so much time in future. So, but when they don't organize their courses well, and when they're supposed to be doing spring or summer courses, they are busy doing something else, yeah, you can do those courses and at the same time be working. So, but if you don't organize it well, you will not be able to combine or do a lot of combination to meet your personal need. So you need to take your time, sit down, organize it. This will take me from this time to this time, then by then I should be done. When I finish that, I want to look for a job because I need extra cash. That will help.
That's awesome. Anyway, we are just going to take a short break. Please don't go away. We'll be back in 1 minute. Thank you.
Hesabu 23:19.
Welcome back to all our viewers. Yeah, I have seen a lot of our viewers online watching. Thank you so much. Because we don't have enough time, I'm not going to mention every viewer, but I just want to say thank you so much for following us every Tuesdays, and thank you so much for your support, because you're the reason we are still airing our show. Please show us some love, share our links so that other people can watch too. Well, before we go any further, we have a question here from one of our viewers. Should parents guide their children in choosing a career based on job market or the reality of who they are in terms of job competition? Some of our immigrants' children choose a career of their dream and get a degree and end up working in non-professional jobs like customer service. You know, yeah, it all comes down to what your child wants, right? If your child say, I want to go to study business, right? You can say, okay, business, what job opportunities are there?
That's right.
What do you want to really, what do you want to do after you are done with your business career? Do you want to open your personal business, or what do you think? Also, I think, you know, you can have probably your child might have first choice and second choice, or even third one, right? If you say, I'm not sure about business, then maybe you can come in, suggest, because this is an adult, already 18, they know their rights in this country. It's not like back home in Africa, you pay the tuition, you just have to tell, you have to do this, you have to do it. Here you cannot do that, right? You can still do, but it will not be okay with the child, right?
Yeah.
So you can say, okay, what are your second option? I'm just thinking for myself, what are your second option? Maybe if the child say, oh, you know, I want to go to do something else and all that, you can say, okay, you know, why don't you try first semester, or first semester of nursing in first semester in university, and see how you can perform, right?
Yeah.
Then from there, if the child finds it's not good for me, one semester it's not bad. You are not wasting time, right? Meanwhile, also you can advise the child or the adult, you know what, maybe also do some research about the job marketing out there, right?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we just cut the kids off. You know, there is no business, like after you get your business degree, there is no job. Who told you there is no job in business, right? In business these days. You can still get a job. You can still plan your own business. The problem is if we choose, as a parent, we choose for our children, sometimes it will be a little bit hard. Let them do what they think is right for them. But you know, mostly when kids, they trust you.
That's
right? First year or first semester, they find it very difficult. Will come and tell you, mom, you know what, I did the job research. There is no job for sociology. There is no job for psychology. You know what, maybe I can change to social work or something like that. So they are always quick to make decisions, then you guide from there.
Yeah.
So probably this is what I'm thinking, you know. This is what I'm thinking. Again, too, when your child has a degree and end up working non-professional job, you know what, I'm thinking maybe when the child is around, not a child, when your male youth is maybe late 20s, 30, they think, oh man, I don't have any job in my career, I need to go back to school. They will definitely go back to school. The good thing about this country is your credit can be easily transferred. Then you can be able to work part-time, maybe take 2 or 3 courses, right?
Yeah.
Then that also will give you sometimes to make money and sometime to study. And then from there you can pick it up, right? So I don't know. What is your take on this?
Yeah, you said it all. Do your research. Also, you shouldn't limit yourself to one province. There are some courses that are not really thriving in Manitoba or Winnipeg, but when you go to Calgary, you will get job easily, or when you go to Ontario. So don't limit yourself and don't give up. Keep on searching, keep on applying. You will get it with time, but don't give up. So
okay. Yeah, another thing is too, I just want to advise the youth out there, you know, do not waste your time on something that at the end of the day you will not find a job, because that way you're going to spend a lot of time in university, and also you're going to waste a lot of money or tuition. By the time you graduate, you have a large sum money to be paid, right, on student loan. Then you don't have the job. It's going to really be a problem. So it's best, do your best, even if the course or the degree courses are really difficult, just pursue it. You know, it will be rewarding. There is nothing easy. This is what I keep telling people. Nothing is easy. To tell you the truth, nothing is easy. You just have to work for it. You just have to see yourself doing it every day, waking up doing it. You just have to live it inside you, even in your mind. If it's difficult, I'm going to see how am I going to do this, right? And also the most important thing is having a mentor. You know, having a student mentor, it's a great thing, because like if you fail to do your homework, at least you can run to, right? Can help you out, find other ways to help you out. So I think also having a mentor while you're in university, or even grade 11 or grade 12, having someone that can encourage you, someone also who can be able to say, yes, I did it when I was like grade 11, I had someone who coached me through. I think this also will encourage our youth males to pursue a college studies. So now we are done with our education topic. I know this is really a big topic to finish in one day, but today we are just going to to go through about the social part of how can we empower our kids socially. What do you really like? The male one, the boys, how can we, how can we educate them to be social?
Most boys, they always have a group, and most of the time we use the word gang, but it's not really. To some people, gang is a bad word, but they have most of them have like 4, 5, and they whatsoever the group decide on is what they will do. So boys tend to listen to each other easily. So if the group says we are going to party this weekend, they will go. Whether by lying at home or doing this or that, they will do that. But if the group says, okay, let's come together and let's work on pre-calculus, they will surely do that too. So socially, your boys or boy or your son should look for a group that will encourage, empower, and challenge them to do positive things. Yes, it's good to socialize, it's good to go to parties, it's good to go to a place together, but encourage your boy or your son to have friends that will invest in their life positively, whatsoever may be, how little it may be or how big. I've seen boys that there are just 3 in the group, and the 3 of them, they went to university together. They were like moving together, they are moving forward together. You see them studying together, they chat, they discuss things together. So if your boy wants to socialize, encourage him to make it positive, because when it's negative, it will not only affect your boy, it's going to affect you. It is going to disrupt lots of things. So whichever way they want to go socially, let it be positive.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? All starts at home, right? When they're young. When they're young, with my boys, they're still young. At that age, I still have control. I still be able to take the remote away from them, right? They get mad sometimes, but you just have to put your feet down and try to say, hey, socially, we have to take it the way it is, right? You need to be responsible, right? You need to respect people. You need to do chores at home. You need to have good manners. In the morning when you wake up, you just don't get up and just go and sit. You just have to say good morning. You need to respect people on the street, right? Say hi to them when you meet them, right? Or like here people say, oh, do not greet stranger, but you may never know whom you are greeting, right? So just as with education, we need to start early. Even socially, we need to start early, because if we see them leave the remotes for them to watch TV, they may pick up other kind of behavior. If we don't deal with that earlier, it's not gonna be good. When they are like 15 and 18, they may start even pick a fight with you, which is not even good. But when you set your rules, your rules, at this time, no TV, at this time, you have to do something else, just stick with it. The reason why I personally say is, when you have a male child, there is a big responsibility, right? First of all, let's take it in a Christian way or any belief you are in, right? A boy is supposed to be the head of the family if he grows up. So if you don't teach a good behavior at the young age, how will he learn when he grows up, right? Everything has to start when they're really young, so that they will know what routine, what kind of behaviors that they don't need to have in their life. So I think parents, even us, we have to play a role in our kids, like socially. You don't have to be on the phone long time, then you leave them there. You may never know, they'll say, hey, you are always on the phone, so now what do you want us to do, right? What do you want us to do? You don't talk to us, you only talk on your phone, right? So we have to be a role model, a good example socially, more especially with the boys, because they, I find most of our immigrant kids, for me, I know my community Sudanese kids, the boys, they always say, hey, girls are the ones supposed to cook, girls are the ones to do the chores, girls are the ones to do ABC. But you know what, boys also, they have to have responsibility of cleaning the house, of cooking, of doing the laundry, of folding, because if they grow up there in university, they may not gonna stay with you or go to Calgary or even States or everywhere, right? Yeah.
That's
so
right.
If they don't know how to cook, how are they going to survive? They may not survive. As a mother, always we have to make sure we train, we socially engage our kids to do ABCD that will help them in life when they grow up to be responsible. Is there anything you want to add?
I just want to add that, like what you said last, my first boy, when he was 8 years old, I started teaching him how to cook. Now he can cook successfully, so do the second one. But where I'm going with that is that it depends on what you input, what you put into this kit. That is what you will see out. If you don't put positive things there, don't expect positive things. Like I said, they look at us. Most of the time, they may not listen to what you are saying, but they are watching you. They want to do what you are doing. What you do is what you do at home is what they will do. So why are you not laying a positive example for your kids? You see, a student at times, he will be so brash, and the way he talks, most of the time you don't need to go far, because that is the way the father is. So please, as immigrants, lay good example. Your kids are watching you, let me use this word, sheepishly. They are watching you this way. So everything you do, they know. You may be thinking that you are smart, they don't know anything about that, but you'll be very surprised when they behave the same way. So please lay good example for them.
Okay, yeah, our time is up. We are so sorry. Our time is up. Yeah, thank you so much, all our viewers. Thank you so much. May God bless you abundantly. I don't have anything to add. Just lay good example all the way. Lay good example. You know, we are not perfect people. When you messed up, you know, just correct it. You know, oh, you know, the other day I said this kind of words to you, but you know what, I'm sorry. That will fix everything. So after that, try to just be positive and do, you know, just lay positive foundation for your boys.
Yes.
Because me, I don't want my kids to go on the street, start cussing everybody out there. And then, you know, even if you're successful in your career, you curse, you will not have customers, because your mouth will not be able to talk encouraging things, right? Then some people may not enjoy what you say, right? So always we need to watch what we are saying to our kids socially. Even our friends, what kind of friends we have, you know, it's important. So our time is up. Have a good evening. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mungu sio mwanadamu aliyokuwa
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.